Hello everyone, I am the SportsWiz 101 and today I'll be giving you my predictions for week 8 of the NFL season. So I'll predict all of these games set to take place in week 8, and surprisingly there is nobody on bye this week. That's right, all 32 teams will be in action this week, and we'll be looking to bounce back from a horrible week of predicting. Last week I may have actually finished below 500 in my predictions last week, which is some of the worst I've done predicting wise. We'll look to bounce back this week. So let's get started with our AFC matchups. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars headed to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers, and this should be a good one. These are two teams that currently are in the playoffs as of right now. Jacksonville and Pittsburgh both have some pretty good defenses, but I think Jacksonville is more equipped to handle the Steelers defense than the other way around. I take Jacksonville to win in Pittsburgh over the Steelers. Patriots and Dolphins. Patriots, one of the many coming off of upset victories last week as they knocked off the Buffalo Bills. Miami looking to get back to their winning ways after falling to the Philadelphia Eagles. Here I take Miami. I just don't think New England's offense is going to be good enough to go down to Miami and beat the Dolphins, especially seeing as New England tends to not fare that well in Miami anyway, even going back to the Brady days. So yeah, the Dolphins are going to beat the Patriots. Moving on, the Chiefs and the Broncos in Denver. It'll be the second time in 3 weeks that these two have met up. The Chiefs looking for their 17th straight win over the Denver Broncos. I think they're going to get it. I think the offense is back to clicking like we're used to. The defense will be able to slow down the Broncos, and the Chiefs will go into their game against the Dolphins in Germany next week at 7-1. That's going to be a huge game in the AFC, but we'll get to that next week. Interconference matchups, and there is a lot, starting with the Thursday night football game between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Buffalo Bills. I was a lot more confident about this going into last week than I am right now, but I'm taking Buffalo. I mean, the Bills have not been a team that's been getting off to great starts as of late, and I don't expect that from them in this one against Tampa Bay either. However, I still think the offense of the Bills is better than the offense of the Buccaneers. I trust Buffalo more. I'm taking Buffalo to win. Texans and Panthers both coming off of their bye. They're going to go out in Charlotte. And I feel like this is a good chance for Carolina to get their first win of the season, especially if they can get rookie quarterback CJ Stroud, force him into a bunch of mistakes. I just don't think it's going to happen. Give me the Texans as the number 2 pick in this year's draft. Stroud will beat the number 1 pick, Bryce Young. Then we got the battle for New York. It's the Jets and the Giants. Last time we saw the Jets, they got a huge win over the Philadelphia Eagles. Last time we saw the Giants, they're able to get the win over the Washington Commanders. Only one New York team can win this one, and I'm taking the Jets. I think offensively they're probably comparable, but defensively there's a huge edge to the Jets. I like their defense more than I like the Giants' defense, and I think the Jets will win the battle for New York. Saints and Colts going at it in Indy. The Colts have proven that with Gardner Minshew as their quarterback, they can be competitive with plenty of decent teams. After all, they took the Browns to the limit. They lost controversially. You can make the argument that they should have won if you really wanted to. But now they take on the New Orleans Saints. It's a Saints team that has struggled a bit, but I think their defense will be able to slow down the Colts enough to give their offense a chance at victory. I'm taking the Saints. Falcons and Titans. This was a game that I almost took the Titans. And it's quite simply because the Titans have a defense that's built to stop what Atlanta wants to do, and that's running the football. On the other hand, who's that quarterback for Tennessee? Various reports have said Will Levis. Some have said it's going to be Malik Willis. In either case, I don't like Tennessee's chances of moving the ball that much. So I'm taking Atlanta to get the win over the Titans. Browns and Seahawks in Seattle. Cleveland dealing with plenty of injuries, especially the injury to Deshaun Watson. They also had an injury to Jerome Ford. And now they have to go to one of the toughest places to play, Seattle. They're taking on a team that defends the run pretty well, and that's really what Cleveland wants to do. But in this case, unlike the Titans game, I like the chances of a home team victory just because there's more certainty at the quarterback position. Give me Seattle. Ravens and Cardinals taking each other on in the desert in Arizona. Baltimore coming off of a surprisingly impressive victory over the Detroit Lions, and I think they should get the win here. I don't know if it's going to be as easy as they had against Detroit. It'll be how a Cardinals game typically has been this year, where the Cardinals at least keep it competitive for the first half before the other team pulls away in the second. But Baltimore should still win either way. And then we got the game that there's going to be a lot of people looking forward to this. It's the Bengals. It's the Niners in Santa Clara. The 49ers, losers of 2 in a row. The Bengals coming off their bye. Are the Bengals actually going to go out and beat the 49ers? I don't think so. I'm taking the Niners here. I think San Francisco, they're going to be angry. They are going to be angry. And that will lead to their pass rush trying any avenue they can to get to Joe Burrow. I think they're going to have some success against the Bengals' offensive line. Give me San Francisco for the win. Sunday Night Football, and it's a Sunday Night Football that no one asked to be a part of Sunday Night Football. I guess the league just forgot to take it out or something. It's the Bears and the Chargers. Oh boy. Bears probably starting Tyson Bagent again at quarterback. The Chargers, they got Justin Herbert. They got the better team. This shouldn't even really be close, but knowing the Chargers, it very well might. Even then, this is a game that the Chargers should run away with. Give me LA. Then we got Monday Night Football. It's the Raiders. It's the Lions. It's my lock of the week. Give me Detroit. I mean, after all, Jared Goff, he plays better in Ford Field than he does basically anywhere else. And kind of like I was talking about the 49ers, I think that Detroit's defense will be angry. They'll be more prepared to play than they were last week. And doesn't matter if it's Brian Hoyer or Aiden O'Connell, a quarterback for the Raiders. I'm not taking them to win this game, not at all. Give me the Lions. On to the NFC battles. It's the Eagles. It's the Commanders. These two were very competitive the last time they met up in Philadelphia. But Washington has proven to be very disappointing as of late. Ever since they lost to the Eagles in overtime, it seems like nothing has gone right for them. Well, except for a win over the Falcons. Other than that, nothing has seemed to go right. They even lost to the Bears and the Giants. And I think Philly should be able to handle the Commanders, even if Washington makes it surprisingly close. Give me Philadelphia. Vikings-Packers, this is probably as close as I'm getting to picking an upset of the week. Give me the Vikings. But even then, this is, according to Vegas, wouldn't technically be an upset because that game's in a pick'em right now. But I'm taking Minnesota. I think they're the better team. And that's not me saying much, seeing as Green Bay has just flat out struggled. Maybe this is an offensive struggle in the first half, especially seeing as Green Bay struggles in the first half, period, this year. But I do think that Minnesota will be able to slow down Jordan Love again. It'll be another time where Love has been slowed down by whoever he's playing, even the lackluster defenses. Defenses worse than Minnesota have slowed down Jordan Love. I think it happens again. Give me the Vikings. And then you have the Rams and Cowboys going at it in Dallas. Cowboys coming off a bye. I like Dallas here just because I think their defense should wreak havoc on the Rams' offensive line. Matthew Stafford won't have much time to throw, and the Rams will fall. But there you go. There's my picks for Week 8 of the NFL season. If you like this, please like and subscribe for more to come in the following weeks. I've been the Sports Wiz 101, and I will see you all later.